Hey guys, what's up? Francis here, and in today's video we're going to go straight and talk about this whole concept of freelancing on freelance platforms like Fiverr and Upwork and freelancer.com and the rest of them. I'm a strong believer that this you should not 100% rely on platforms like that, and I don't want to take any jabs at these platforms, okay? I don't want this video to be misconstrued to mean I don't want you to freelance on Fiverr and Upwork and places like that. I get the bulk of my clients still from them, but the idea here is for you not to be very reliant or too reliant on these platforms. And today we're going to take the whole thing from the perspective or the angle of a case study. So there was a video I made a couple of days ago where I talked about, or I taught how to the entire process of running effective ads. And the idea behind that video is to give you the freelancer the opportunity to learn how to market yourself, because I think it's very important. And on that video, I met an awesome person. I met a new friend, and he's kind of the person that inspired this entire live stream. So I absolutely love what he was doing, and I decided to use him as a case study. And so we are going to head over to my Instagram first of all and look at the conversation that we had. And I'm going to just walk you through everything from the conversation to everything. Let's just go. Let's get into it. So first of all, he just messaged me and said, yeah, I commented on your YouTube video and that you uploaded yesterday. So he also, because on the YouTube video, to give you a little bit of a background, he said he was going to send me a link to his website. But we had turned off links on our YouTube channel because of scammers posing to be us or other people to scam people. Yeah. So I said, okay, send me the link on my Instagram. Hence why we brought everything to Instagram. So, and we went on to talk, and he sent me the website. So I'm going to walk you through all the advice I gave to him, all of our interactions after the website. But now let's move over to the website. So what he has done is put together this website, and it's festivestudios.com. Very well put together. So you see as you visit the website, you just see exactly what they do. Turn your idea into illustration, to art and all of that, and then you can get a quote. It's a very well put together website. I was super impressed by everything. So straight up, they tell you who this can be for. This is something you should do if you're going to build a website for yourself or something. Talk about immediately a call to action, but before the call to action, who are you here to serve? So he talks about serving music, business, special events, stunning illustrations, and all of that. So 9 times out of 10, when people visit your website, they want to know, what is in it for me? What am I doing here? Is this going to benefit me? And he captures this very beautifully. And the next thing is a call to action to get a free quote now. Okay, so he moves on to beautifully lay out their services, from concept to cover art to NFT and all of that. Yeah, and goes on to still more call to action, giving the visitors a chance to take action, and reach out to them to start something. Yeah, so this is really beautifully put together. And of course, to the main part, which is where we want to make the money. He set up his whole pricing thing here for people to start a purchase or an order with them with their own pricing and everything, from the 3 tiers that they have: $50, about $200 here, and $500, and on and on. Now, clients, testimonials, and not very well put together website. I'm not going to go too deep into the website. The website is not, whether the design of the website is not what I'm gushing about. It's the idea that this freelancer gets what I'm talking about. He's not depending solely on freelance platforms like Fiverr and Upwork for his clients. And people that I work with, other creatives that I work with, this is my boss. He's the person that I learned a lot of things from. I have a bunch of them, people that I really look up to, music producers that are top tier in what they do. We recently put together his website. Well, it's not, we remodeled or redesigned his website. And this is what it looks like. Again, this is already a very big artist. You can go, if you go down and big music producer, you can see, if you live in Nigeria, you can see, we're even going to put more people that he's worked with. You can see the caliber of people that he's worked with. Some top tier, almost every top tier musician that a gospel artist in Nigeria he's worked with. So if he presents himself like this on his own website, he comes off as professional, you know. That's his services, live recording, music production, mixing and mastering. I'm showing you all of this to show you what is possible outside of freelance platforms. Yeah, on your website you have freedom of presenting yourself as a professional, going really deep. You just have a lot of flexibility. And another beautiful thing is you're not limited to, how do I say it now? You're not limited to the you're not forced to compete in the marketplace with other freelancers, if that makes any sense. So like Festus has here, his pricing, he's put his price, and you don't have any other freelancer to compare his price with. You are on his website, there's nobody else, it's just him. That's the idea I'm trying to pass across. I'm also doing this on my own website, and I'm also revamping my website. I'm going to put my portfolio. I'm going to do a full video, by the way, to teach you how you can build a website like this for yourself for as low as possible and present yourself as a professional, and then start to market, run ads to this to get your own clients, as opposed to doing it only solely on Fiverr and Upwork and all those places. So back to finally now rounding off, because I don't want to waste the time in this video. Back to everything that we talked about. The first thing we going on to discuss with him after I have gone through his website was, I asked him, how many of you are running the business? Because boy, it was well put together. And true to my observation or my thought, he said there are about 6 to 7. So it's like a collab of different freelancers with different skills in digital art. Yeah. So he said they got to know each other when they were he was freelancing on Fiverr, and now they are part of his team. So this is another point. I just want to use this conversation to teach you a couple of things that this guy is doing right that you can copy. So he is creating connections. He's not trying to make all the money in the world by himself. Creating connections with other freelancers, and these guys are not even just in Nigeria, of course. Many different places. You put together your idea and become present something, a value proposition that is really powerful and professional. Yeah, collaboration is one thing that he's doing right here that I just really love. Okay, guys. So yeah, I went on to tell him that, yeah, look, man, you are killing it with the website, but the biggest challenge now is marketing and getting the right eyeballs on your website. So you can turn these eyeballs now into paying customers, and they already seem to have he already seems to have his head in the right direction, because he was watching one of my videos on how to run ads. So I don't know if this guy has been following me for a while, or is following somebody else who's putting him through and letting him know all the right things to do, because he's ticking all the right boxes. He's understanding collaboration. He's understanding that he has to take his business out of freelance platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. And then he also understands that, yes, we've built the website. It looks nice. It looks cool and all, but we still need to find ways to get people to buy our product. This is one problem creatives have. And I also had this problem when I was starting. But the first year, I think I've told you guys the story. The first day that I built my website, I didn't do any sort of marketing. I was just blogging and hoping that my blogs are going to rank on search on Google, and then people will come from reading the blog, buy my services. That was just my plan. That's a good plan. That's one thing you can do on top of many other things like running paid ads. You can use other platforms like which ones can I recommend? Like Facebook groups like Quora.com, which ranks really high on Google search, by the way. So that's a very good one. So many things I could have done other than just relying on the fact that I have a good product. I've built a very nice website. That was not enough. So he understands he needs to run paid ads. And that's all the things I was trying to let him know in the 3 voice notes I sent him afterwards. And then he went on to thank me and on and on. So from there, we just networked and talked more. And he told me another important thing that I want to let you know. His account, his Fiverr account, actually got banned permanently. I think this was why he started to think about building his thing on his own independently, without necessarily working on Fiverr and places like that. So, but you don't have to wait until this happens to you. This is a wake up call to let you know that this can happen. And even if it doesn't happen, it's you don't have to wait until it happens for you to take your business off of places like that. Okay, amazing places to keep getting clients from. But what if your account gets blocked? What if sorry, what if you don't get clients as frequently as possible, which can happen. Some people don't realize this, but it can happen. You can be getting loads of clients, too much that you cannot even be able to service all of them. But after a while, or for some reason, you just drop off the search, the algorithm doesn't favor you. Maybe you're doing something wrong now, you change something, and now you're not getting a lot of clients as you used to. Maybe your price, sometimes you tweak your price up, and usually that will cause clients to drop off a little, maybe pick up later. Just things, okay? But these are things you need to consider when you're trying to freelance and choose where you're going to freelance. So, on top of all of these things, try to take your business out of these freelance platforms and build something that you own completely. That is the message. So we went on to talk, and yeah, of course, I asked for his consent to do this video using him as a case study, in which he agreed to. And we networked, and he told me more about the business, and I will even be needing his service. Smart guy. He's started to market himself to me if I need cover art, or of course, I know a lot of music artists. Being a music artist myself and a music producer, know a lot of people in the music producer community that will need his specific skill set. Yeah. And of course, I told him, if I ever need your service, I will reach out to you. Okay. So amazing guy. Wonderful for this case study. He did everything like right, spot on. He did everything right. So that said, I am going to say one final thing before I end this stream, and that is, you don't have to wait until maybe you can afford to build a nice website or partner with people to be able to pull off something cool like this. This can be very expensive. It can get really expensive really fast, which is why it's understandable. It makes sense for a new freelancer to start from places like Fiverr and Upwork and start to generate some revenue before you can now invest in something like your own website. Because on those platforms, the marketing has been done for you. That's why people go there. If you don't know this, I buy a lot of gigs from Fiverr, even though I'm a Fiverr seller, and I'm telling you from the buyer's perspective, when you buy, you get a ton of messages from Fiverr telling you, hey, we saw that you bought this. Look at this other gig that might be suitable for your business. They promote you. I've seen my own gigs on promotional emails that Fiverr send, promoting me with their own money. You know, email marketing can get really expensive. They promote with paid ads, many different ways. They have their own content creators on their social media platforms, creating content to try to drive traffic to their platform so that you can get clients to buy from you. So they're taking care of the sales, the marketing for you. Good place to start. But it can get really expensive for you to do it by yourself. So what can you do if you're not at a level? Sheon has been freelancing for a while, so I guess he's been able to raise some money for him to, and also some connections, because this is a collaboration like we've gone through, for him to pull this off. But what if you don't have the money, or you don't have the what else now, the collaborations or the resources, any kind of resources to pull off a cool website like this? Leverage social media. Use social media for the time being to start. Post your work. Just treat your social media, your Instagram, for instance, like your website. If you're a graphics designer, if you do animations like him, music, anything, you can start your own YouTube channel. You can start your own TikTok channel, Instagram. Post your work, your portfolio. Just build your portfolio on those social media platforms, and you can run ads to those places. Makes no sense for you to run ads to a freelance platform. I think I've said this before so many times actually on this channel. Makes no sense, because if you're running some people have asked me, does it go against the terms of service? That's not even the reason why I don't recommend it. If you're going to run ads to a freelance marketplace where there are other people, you might end up just wasting your money to get buyers for somebody else. Because who's to say you run ads to Fiverr, and then on Fiverr the person comes to your gig and decides, there are other people here, let me browse around and see somebody else who's probably cheaper or who they think will do the job better than you, and then buy from the person. So essentially you have run ads to promote somebody else's business. That's the reason why, first of all, you have to build something that you own, like a website or social media, and then you can now confidently run ads to those platforms, because you know that you're the only person here. Sheon is the only person, or the Festes studio, they are the only freelancers here. So when you come and you want to buy, there's nobody else to look at. Okay, so social media, I just want to wrap up by saying, if you can't do this, social media is your friend. You can start from there, run your ads, Still, I have that video in our catalog. You can go on our channel and search for how to run ads and go through the video. Pretty long, a little longer than what I usually do on the channel, but it will help you start to set up your business outside of freelance platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, so that you don't get stuck in these platforms, maybe get stranded when you get kicked out or something like that. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. If you also want to learn the ads, like I said, you can watch this video next. Okay, thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.